Now we are really live, and I give the floor to Debbie. Let's switch seat.
My name is Ayşe. I'm from Turkey, Eskişehir University. I am a research assistant at the Faculty of Architecture and Design, Department of Architecture, and I've been here for 5 days, just 5 days, and this is my last day here. I came with Erasmus staff exchange program, so I'm really happy to make such a hostel and after one, they really helped me program, and really thank you to give me a chance to share my works with you. You can ask me a question during my presentation. If you don't understand anything, you can ask me when you want. It's okay for you. I want to start this.
Okay, let's do it different. Somehow it is not following us. There we go. Not on the second. So maybe no. Now this works. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Now let's share the screen. The second screen.
There it is. Can you still move the slide? Then it doesn't work anymore.
Click on the screen. Just now click on PowerPoint. Then
Yeah. Move it like this, and then
no.
Full screen. Oh, okay.
Because when you share the screen, then it's not active anymore.
stop sharing screen. Yeah. So now zoom in, don't see it.
Yeah, now share again.
Yeah. I can do screen 1 or screen 2.
Yeah.
I also think screen 2,
But yeah, now
we try that a number of times.
Yeah. And now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now there seems to be, yeah. It's exactly the. What we did, we would like to propose.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the outline will be start with a brief introduction, and then scope and results of my PhD thesis, and it's going to be finished by my future plans. So now I want to introduce you RCT and my university very shortly. Eskişehir is located in the middle of Turkey and nearby capital of Turkey, Ankara. It's called as a culture and student and science university because there are 3 universities in Eskişehir. So Eskişehir Technical University was the 3rd university separated from Anadolu University in 2018. So in the Faculty of Architecture, we have 4 departments.
So it is very young, but the roots are in the other university, and then you split.
Yeah.
And therefore you say the start is 2018.
2018, yeah, but roots are belong to, I think, 1980s.
Okay, 1918. Yeah. Also still young.
Yeah. Not so. Not so. And Eskişehir Technical University, yeah, our faculty has 4 departments: architecture, interior architecture, industrial design, and fashion and textile design. So this is our faculty building. We moved here 1 week ago, so it's also so new for us. And about me, I take my bachelor's at GIS and Technical University, north of Turkey, and my master in Gazi University in Ankara, and then my PhD in Eskişehir Technical University, beginning of this year, February 2022. And as I said, I am a research assistant at S2 since 2014. And I had Erasmus Plus experiences in 1 year in Italy, the university that we studied Sassari, and 1 year in Sapienza, Rome, Italy also. It was 6 months. Before going into the details of my study, I want to give brief information about the village institutes. I don't know if you heard them about something before, but I don't think so. So after being starting for I consider the subject of my class. So village institutes are institutes, rural institutes, must liberate villagers through the education and culture and provide meaningful enlightenment for Anatolian roots, which were enduring Middle Age life.
Your voice is not fully clear. It says.
Yeah, this could be the microphone. It was.
No, it's the microphone is on.
Try again, yeah.
Okay, now, is it okay?
Yeah, start talking, you can check.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And village institutes are the social, cultural, and educational sphere of the whole country. And village institutes were founded upon an egalitarian principles in 7 regions and 21 different locations across Turkey. In the end of their service, there were total 20 village institutes and 1 superior village institute that trains teachers for others. Totally, they gave about 25,000 graduates whole their life. And the main topic is learning by doing here. Teacher graduated from these institutes is not only a primary school teacher, but also has some practical knowledge about many areas such as agriculture, fisheries, carpentry, etc. Even the building for these schools were built by the students and the teachers and help of the villagers. So their routine included morning gymnastics, reading hours, and farming by the other lessons. And each student has to read about 25, 30 books each year and and they have to learn how to play a music instrument like mandolin in Turkish. It's like guitar, you know, and piano, something like that. And they also have weekly meetings that which students can freely criticize their teachers and school administration. It's really democratic things, I think, for these times. And these institutes became a good and rare examples of learning by doing. From this aspect, they become the subject of many, many studies. To explain the
When did they first start?
first 1937, they
Between the first and second World War?
yeah, after
After
first, yeah. And then they had a very short life, so they closed in 1953 or something. So to explain the place of these institutes in international context, maybe you know, maybe not maybe, you sure know Bauhaus and Wukutema schools. I want to give some examples from different geographies. These are the for Bauhaus school, which was put into practice in Germany in 1990, and the Wukutema school, which was established in Soviet Union in 1920. These are the first. These are so many years ago from religious institutes, but the common accumulation of these institutes spreads to different geographies of the world. So work training focused studies were handled with Bauhaus in Germany and Wukutema in Soviets. So the few years after these institutes were closed, as I said, in 30 and 33, I think. In Turkey, there will be a movement, a modern movement, and then we saw village institutes in our history. So in short, the partnership adopted by these three educational institutions is established by aiming to find solutions to problems caused by modernization through education. In addition to the fact that the modernization is a universal process of change, a unique system has been created that discussion it's from education institutions, especially in the context of Turkey, by revealing local differences. Despite their great benefits, many parts of this society were against these schools. Conservatives opposite to co-ed education and boarding school. It was very hard to persuade parents at village to let their daughters to these schools. Some movements like anti-communist and socialist strong at the time, so they attacked these schools and lowered their reputation in the society. So also many landlords, that control villages were very disturbed by the high education teachers coming back, because they are not formed primary schools but also educated in villages, both intellectually and about agriculture. So they officially closed, as I said, in 1954. And now current status almost campuses you see in the pictures, they are really in bad conditions. It's important that these schools are not built as one building. They designed as education campuses, so as settlements. So I chose village institutes for my study because besides the importance of the modern architecture heritage, these campuses still using for education. So by this way, I could reach the current data of the settlement. It was aimed to support the theoretical knowledge obtained as a result of literature and archive studies by overlapping them with data collected from their surveys. In the study, ArcMap was used, which is one of the interfaces of GIS and designed to help created maps, perform spatial analysis and manage geographic data. First of all, from General Directorate of Mapping in Turkey, I obtained the orthophotos from the these settlements at establishment till today. Then
Who is archiving the photo photos?
it's government, supported by
Military?
government. Yeah, it's as I said, it's English name, Directorate of Mapping. Yeah, there's a
They're open data.
open, but if you
Is it digital?
digital, they have some digital files, but you have permission, you need permission, you have to write them and what you want. And then they give answer you, it's okay or not. And then they send you with CD the data.
Okay, and the old ones were scanned, probably.
Yeah. But
Old days there was no digital.
you see in the past,
Yeah.
there are not so much photos. Because I checked from, and Google Earth, it's not working in Turkey, actually. I checked the Bauhaus building from Germany. It went to 1930, 1920, something. Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah. But in Turkey, it's not possible. So we need to take orthophotos from that, should say,
Mapping organization.
mapping of, yeah. Mhm. So the yellows are the images that I take from Google Earth, and the others is from the Directorate of Mapping. And my sources, they are lots of studies, lots of things about village institutes. So it's thought that the geographic information system, GIS, will be suitable for.
We cannot read this, huh?
Yeah, you can not read writing, and I'm going to explain you. These are the names of the institutes and its survey works, orthophotos, or the archives of the schools and other archives, photographs, studies about their architecture, or about their heritage, something. These are that, and etc. There are lots of different types of data. So the GIS will be a suitable tool for this study to develop a system that will set an example for the efficient study of modern architecture heritage. Briefly, the purpose of using GIS as a method, recording the current status of campuses, monitoring their spatial transformation, transforming the information obtained from different sources, as well as ensuring that all these data are gathered under the same roof and are easily accessible. Then I created some spatial maps for each settlement. Now you see some examples of them. For example, this is the beginning, the layout of the location, where located, and what are the things that are surrounding, and then maybe layouts belongs to different years of periods. So I can check what's changed from past to the future to the current.
Yellow.
Yellows are, they are old buildings. The purples are new buildings, and then I classified them to their according to their years or something, and I said these belongs to the this period.
These white buildings are the town.
Yeah, it's was village. Yeah,
Part of the village.
village. Yeah,
Belonging to the campus.
yeah. Not
Campus.
yeah.
That is the village.
Yeah, that is the village here. Can
And
I
the yellow
show?
and purple is the campus.
Yeah, this is village.
Yeah.
And
That
the
is
yellow
campus.
buildings are the buildings of the
Old.
and here today it's 1991, I think. Again, you see the village is growing something. Yeah. And this is the current situation. Here, another maps, construction and original building of the type layouts. And you see the village is getting grower and grow. Here, it's one of the examples. In other institutes, in other settlements, it's really clearly that you see they built in rural, but now they are not in rural. They are in the urban. They are in urban. Yeah, I will send. Yeah.
Children that go to school, were they staying there, living there?
No. They are coming from the other villages, other states. Yeah.
Okay, then 21 village campus.
Every campus, every settlement.
Big area.
Yeah, big area, 4 big area. Yeah. And this is original and current function of the buildings.
These are only educational buildings.
Educational
teaching.
buildings and farms or something.
Farms are outside,
No, it's belongs to the
greenhouses or so.
greenhouses. No.
Yeah, like we had in the
Ah.
IET Bites, that the building is also a farm, but normally the farmer's land.
No, they are really farms. You see here,
Or where the cows are or so.
cows, agriculture, something. They are doing.
People, the farmer,
No, the
the
people.
farmer.
No, they're students.
Teacher is the farmer.
Yeah,
The student.
they are not all. They are students. They are learning how to farm, how to fish. For example, in
Chicken.
yeah.
But there will be lecture rooms for example.
No, not lecture halls. Oh yeah, lecture houses. You mean?
To
Teach.
sit and
Yeah. Mhm. There are types of buildings. And then state of change and disorder of the buildings. I prepared a map, and then problems and threats, what's happening there, about to collapse because of they are not using, because of change of the education system. There are new buildings built for the new students. They didn't prefer to use these buildings.
these maps are based on the aerial photographs that you made,
Yeah.
or that you collect.
I collected and
Did you then have to manually digitize where all the buildings were on the photograph?
no, I only put information on GIS. On
Yeah, but
this.
do you have to manually draw all the buildings yourself?
Yeah. Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
It's not something that.
No,
Well,
yeah. Mhm. I
You
do.
basically collected based on all the aerial imagery.
Yeah.
You basically make this database of houses, when they were present,
Yeah,
what
Well,
their
the
function.
original, yeah. By that way, spatial analysis was formed with historical and current data of the village institute systems. So after analyzing spatially for each institute, a comparative analysis study makes over current and land data and archive resources of the settlements. Oh, yeah, I think so. Again, there is a problem. No?
Really, no explanation. Really good.
You click the mouse on the second screen.
Move to the right.
Sorry.
No moving. Yeah. Now this is moving, but you want to. Oh, so here it is.
Yeah.
See if you can do it. Okay, you were somewhere here, I think.
Yeah. Okay, here. Oh, it's not leaving anything. Yeah, this is the first comparing of the first map of the settlement and then the current situation of the settlement, so we can see how it changed in the by the way of the urbanization or something, because as I said, they built in rural, but now some of them, most of them are not in rural. They became in an urban settlement. So simple thematic maps.
But okay, you said the school stopped in the 50s.
Yeah, they
So the new
stopped.
buildings are not part of this school system.
They built in the same campuses.
But on the area,
On
that's
the, yeah.
your criteria. If they are in this area,
Mhm.
any building you collect. And so the campus area,
Yeah,
and you know where the campus area is. And when there's a new building, you add it to the map.
yeah. I put information for all these buildings. They don't belong to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are,
I think.
and so if the school is not existing anymore.
Yeah, now, yeah, the education system is not existing anymore. The buildings are still
Buildings are there,
there,
yeah.
but they are not in use. So they're,
But these buildings were next to the village.
yeah,
So how can you know new building is a village building or a campus building?
because we have borders.
You have the border.
Yeah,
polygon.
I know the border.
You know,
Yeah, and it's
they are still respected. Is there a fence or so? Or how do you know the borders?
from the, I know from the, as I said, aerial photos. So I know I see the farms, and about I took this information from the some studies and some reporters from the graduated
Yeah.
teachers or old students, something. They said, yeah, these
Yeah.
are our borders. These were.
These are the historic borders.
Yeah.
But there are now new owners.
They now belongs to the high school. Now they are using as high school. So it belongs to the high school now also.
Yeah.
But they are not using it. It's empty.
We make new buildings.
Yeah. They make new buildings, new tall, wide, something. And then as I said, simple thematic maps to understand the situation between all campuses, for example, the locations in the establishment of the campuses. And then I have some legends here. So effects of urbanization, it's been possible to determine which campuses are the countryside, which are in the city now. This is another example of this. There are, I think, most of them are still in rural, but yeah, we lost some of them. And their status of conservation, but you see it doesn't work in Turkey, actually. They are in, how do I say, they are in protection by the government, but it doesn't work. So at the end of the study, the light of all these analyses, I presented conservation recommendations with an integrated conservation focus, especially in these campuses. Protection is not only at the scale of the building, but scale of the settlement campus. So I mean building and its surroundings. I argued that it should be protected not only with the tangible cultural heritage, also with intangibles. I don't want to make long this presentation, so I didn't put them all here. So, and now my future plans, I make to prepare a project about maybe digital archive or village institutes, because I have more data here. Maybe I should be, it should be good for the future, to find information about these institutes. It's easily to find. And I'm planning to master in remote sensing and GIS in Turkey in my university. I think I'm gonna do that. So maybe postdoctoral program. I don't know where, about what, but they are my future plans, as I said. And these are the references. So yes, big part of this is from my PhD thesis, as I said, and thank you for your attention now.
Okay, thanks for the presentation. Maybe there are questions, and maybe it's good to put the slides with your future plans.
Future plan.
Yeah, because they may cause some discussion. Let's see, we can see also the online people here. Are there any questions online? But let's first start in the room, because that is. Anybody, any question?
Yeah, of course, several questions. Interesting topic, interesting buildings. I think I haven't seen a lot of the buildings. But,
Some more pictures. You can take a look.
interesting history of these buildings. What I did not get clear in what was the, because you did a lot of drawing based on aerial views, and you wrote something about evaluating, value assessment. And what is the relation between the two? How did you make a relation? So in what way did you use the drawing, the digital analysis for the value? So what is the combination?
Yeah, it helps me to understand the changeable things that happened in these settlements. And when I read about these institutes, there are lots of, as I said, intangible values I realized, because the buildings are built by the students, as I said, by the teachers, by villagers, half of villagers. So they have belongings, real strong belongings to these buildings, and they are.
It's tangible.
Yeah.
But where is the intangible? Is it the stories?
Stories, yeah, the.
Is that in documents or so? Or archives?
They have lots of things about them. They also write and read lots of things about these campuses, and it's okay for me. I know they are not so important. They are not so how I say, being national, no, buildings, because they are made by local and in the rural. But they belong to a history, modern history of Turkey. So they still use as educational campuses, but they are not in use as buildings. The values are, for example, architectural values. I didn't hear. Yeah, I know the history values about the construction. Material construction types. Yeah, there are.
No, I completely get this value aspect. My question still is, how does that relate to this tens of or hundreds of drawings? Redrawing those aerial views. So did you use that to do some analysis, and that not only a morphological change over time, because that's clear, but you could also do that by only comparing the different aerial views next to each other. You didn't have to redraw that for that. So what would the added value of drawing, or the idea of drawing, making this drawings of the aerial views? What did you do with that in order to come to the calculation?
Oh.
At least that's what I understand as being important, but probably I'm completely wrong.
Well, you put in a lot of work, so probably
Yes,
it's not wrong.
I hope it very often.
I didn't really understand, I think, the main question, but
And so you put a lot of effort in drawing.
Yeah.
Aerial views,
Yeah.
drawing, building 1, building 2, until building 20, on the 21 different locations, a lot of drawing.
different years.
different
Yeah.
years, so there is this stack of drawings,
Yeah.
you see a development over
Oh.
time, all into the, because it's all on aerial view.
Yeah.
So there's nothing about art, well, very little on architecture, there's nothing on material, there's a lot of information in it, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot of information not in those drawings.
No, there are. I didn't put here, but they are. I think. Yeah, I didn't.
So you had many sources.
Yeah, yeah, I have many
photos,
sources,
but
yeah.
Also a lot of documents, lot of pictures, normal pictures. This
And
perspective.
those were all, yeah,
And did you relate these to the digitized buildings or not?
No.
So they are separate in your computer.
Yeah.
So what you would like is click on one village and get all these documents,
Yeah.
the paper documents, the photos,
Yeah.
the geometries.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I was even thinking, did you collect like where the images, like you had some photos where they were taken? At the end of the present.
No, I think the issue is you should go with the mouse here.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure. Here is the mouse. Yeah, no, you can go.
Yeah.
So the last slide is on.
More the last slide.
Yeah, and yeah, these images,
Mhm.
they were taken at a specific location in
Yeah.
the village.
Yeah, yeah. In the.
Did you also collect this kind of information?
Yeah. I have lots of
Put it in
photos.
the database of the.
Not the photos for the photos because there are lots of so
Yeah, I can imagine that it's.
So, yeah,
to be,
yeah.
a Huge amount.
because some of them are not exist anymore. So it's another work, I think, another work to do. But I want it, really, I want it.
Yeah, yeah. I go back to this one because I had the question on the first point. And so you collected a lot of information and you want to share this with the rest of the world, the Turkish society, maybe international society. I can imagine, first of all, the Turkish society, the Turkish language. So I was wondering, should you make such a solution, or is there already a solution for other heritage objects or monuments that are of importance for the Turkish history? Then you just move your data to that, say national heritage, system distribution point. Is it existing or not? Not existing. So if you would make this, then also other types of heritage would use your system.
Yeah, maybe. In Turkey, it's that not, it doesn't work. The modern heritage also, especially the conservation of modern heritage, is like the whole world, doesn't sense of conservation. So it's hard. It's very, very hard.
And that makes your first task a very valuable task.
Maybe this will be useful for the graduated people for another, because they are really.
Yeah, you should also make your system open. You have your own data
Yeah.
about these technical villages.
Really.
It comes with cost. But then, yeah, if somebody else has another nice monument, say a nice castle, or another monuments I like. Maybe not monuments. A nice house that is protected. And you can also add it to the same system. They upload it and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that there's something exists here in the Netherlands or elsewhere in the world.
Many systems providing information on monuments recognized. Of course, none of them are complete, and they're not connected. For example, with the Komodo, we have this Momo database. Software is done on a very simple number of entries, can document a certain site. More or less, as a tourist, you know where to go. And I think in that order there are many systems all over. Not so much adding up the deep and specific specialist information, because that's also privacy related, of course. If there is information on people
who live there,
who's the ownership, and this kind of
Docomo Turkey also has lots of interest to these campuses.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I think it's for
Yeah.
Turkey as a country, the development of Turkey as a country is very interesting and important. Or was a very interesting and important development during that time. And that brought a lot forward. So that's interesting also from a modernist point of view. Sure.
And what you propose is combine this documentation about heritage with the location, so the map,
Mhm.
and try to integrate location. And what you did not do is what I asked, okay, did you attach other information like documents
yeah.
or pictures?
Photos.
or-
Mhm.
Okay, that could be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, are there online questions? If you have a question, please open your microphone. If not, we keep on going with the questions over here until our time is gone. Yeah. So the second thing you mentioned there is you want to set up a master program in remote sensing and GIS. I think there are already these master programs, and okay, especially Abdullah, as you know, he's from one such a program. But you want to do it in your university. But running a master program is not work. Not sure how it goes in Turkey, but you have to go to some kind of approval with the Ministry of Education, and you have to have accreditation and you get diplomas. And,
I just want to improve my GIS.
yeah, do you want do you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
I thought you want to set up a new program.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then you join the most nearby course. I'm not sure where it is in Turkey. Maybe Abdullah can help you search it. For sure in Ankara and in Istanbul there must be masters in remote sensing, GIS, geomatics, geodesy. But okay, maybe you are looking for an applied geoinformation master. And then we have GIMA, for example, geoinformation management application, which is offered by 4 universities in the Netherlands. And we also aim this for international students, because you only have to travel 4 times per year to the Netherlands. That's 4 times traveling. And in between, distance education. And it's less technical as saying some other masters. Okay, okay. I was completely under the impression that you wanted to set up a new master program. That is very ambitious. Any other questions? What is this postdoctoral program that means? That you want to follow a postdoctoral program or want to organize a postdoctoral?
No, not organized.
Not organized.
No. Just follow.
So the question is, what relevant postdoctoral programs are there? A bit like the graduate school courses we are organizing here.
Yeah, here maybe.
RBA
You asked me your future plans, so.
Yeah, okay. Now I better understand. I can show what we have over here. Yeah.
Not often that you see that after your doctoral career, that there is a real program. They would like to work at the university on a research project,
Not do another study.
not do a complete study.
But I remember one other guy in GIMA who also had a PhD in archaeology once, that started to study GIMA because it thought GIS was good for him. Yeah. Let's close the session. I would say good luck with your future activities. And yeah, good that the GIS and Heritage are together.
It's very amusing. It's a pity it was only possible by the end of the week. But yeah, it's important.
Yeah, we had some scheduling problems, also Heritage people being on the conference, other Heritage people. But thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you
Much
so much.
appreciated.
I think it's a very good way also to come at the moment perspective to stay in touch and see what we can join up on certain things. So
Yeah.
Maar 50
good
jaar.
to have you here and then just to talk
Thank
rather
you.
quickly.